Welcome back. The head pastry chef from the Pan Pacific, Hans Pirhofer, joins me. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we brought you in today because the Pan Pacific has a new, a tradition that's been going on for, you said, about 5 years. At this time of year, making mooncakes. So we want to learn all about mooncakes, what they are, how you make them.
Yeah.
So what made you guys start making them at the Pan Pacific?
The funny thing was our head chef, he went 5 years ago, he went to China. And he was there during the fall, so he got to experience the Moon Festival. And he realized it's a really big celebration there. And you know, it was amazing how many different kind of mooncakes. Like even you can get them with chocolate filled. Even Häagen-Dazs has an ice cream mooncake.
Oh.
Yeah, and but the more traditional what we are using is lotus paste and red bean paste.
So what is a mooncake exactly?
Mooncake is like a lotus seed paste. Filled with, you can add nuts, cranberries. What we do, we Canadianize it. We put ice wine even in there.
Oh, yeah.
To make it more Canadian. Yeah. And it has a crust outside, and there's different crusts. We have it's like a shortbread kind of crust. Yeah, I would say. We
see those here. The camera's just panning over to them, and they have all different designs on them, different molds, different sizes. Do they mean different things?
Yeah, in China, for example, I think every bakery would have their own stamp. Like it would represent their bakery, or a lot of hotels in China make that as well. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so you're going to make some for us. I'm going to help you. What's the first step here?
First, I thought we make the dough. And all what we need is just a bowl. And here as well, I got the honey, maple syrup, and this light water, and some oil.
Okay.
So all we do, add the flour first. And it's pretty simple. We just, you know, all the ingredients go in there and mix it up.
Now, do you get people specifically asking for different kinds of mooncakes, a sweeter one or a more traditional one that has fruit in it, that sort of thing?
So far, we're just making one kind.
Okay.
But I'm actually looking into making more maybe in the future. Okay. Yeah. So, and then that's the light water going in there. And then we're just going to mix it up. And
did you always know you wanted to be a pastry chef, Hans?
Yes, I kind of did, yeah. Because my parents owned a pastry shop back home.
Oh.
So once I finished school, that was kind of given.
That was it. Even when you were at school, were you working with them in the pastry shop?
Yes, I was, yeah.
Early morning hours?
Not so much because I had to go to school, but after school also, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
And then, yeah, actually this one, you just want to knit it nicely, that it's combined. And the best is to keep it in the fridge overnight. So, because right now it would be a little too soft to work with.
Okay.
So, but I brought our dough already rolled out, and so we can finish up a mooncake.
Okay, so this is the first step. Start the day before.
Yeah.
Put it in the fridge overnight.
Exactly.
So it sets up a little bit. It's a little easier to work with.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
perfect.
this one is, that's
too soft, right?
Yeah, it's too soft right now.
First step, right.
So we put this aside, and then we can make the filling, where we have the lotus seed paste. This one is available in Chinatown in many stores. You can
just buy it as lotus seed paste.
Yeah,
you don't have to actually make it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then here we need a spatula again. And then here I have the cranberries. Nicely diced up, dried cranberries. Roasted walnut. And roasted hazelnut. And then the Okanagan ice wine. So everything goes together. And then as well, we just mix it up.
Now, how did you come up with this particular blend?
Because when our chef came back from China, he had the idea to start to celebrate the Moon Festival here in the hotel. But then we wanted to create our own mooncake.
Right.
So in kind of like with Canadian ingredients and all that. So yeah. So it was not that easy to find out the right recipe and all that, because we're using maple syrup and honey and
right. Yeah. Now, does the mooncake mean something significant at this time of year, or is it sort of like Christmas pudding? It's just a dessert that you celebrate once a year with?
What I understand so far is they would go at night to look at the moon, and share mooncakes, and like the family would get together and share a meal, kind of like Thanksgiving maybe for us, or Christmas where family gets together. And yeah, so the lotus paste filling is ready as well.
Okay,
perfect. And this one as well is better to prepare the day ahead, and then just roll it out a little bit on flour, and then cut it, portion size it, and it's
Then you're ready to
use.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we put this aside too.
Okay.
And then now the mooncake. I'm gonna use this mold. If you like to use
I
this
get the bigger one.
The bigger
Okay,
one.
that's good.
Bigger one is a little easier.
So this is the dough.
Yeah. So here, this one is for you. I rolled it already out.
Thank you.
It's about rolled out to 5 millimeter, or
Okay.
maybe 3 millimeters. Yeah.
So we can see that here. This is
Yeah.
obviously from the dough that's been in the fridge overnight. Okay.
Yeah.
Just pick it up.
Yeah, and the little flour first, maybe. I'm just gonna dust it. Sorry.
It's all right.
Don't want to make it.
I just want to get my hands on it.
So then you just shake it a little bit to get the flour all around it, and then just empty it. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then.
And where do you get these molds?
This one actually we got in Chinatown as well.
Very nice.
Like, yeah,
okay.
they're available pretty everywhere. So now, what I do, I mean, you could just take this one
Right.
as well, fold it over. The important thing is it shouldn't crack too much.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want any holes. Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
And then we just fold it in there. Or, yeah. Yeah, and then the important thing is to layer the sides really nicely. Keep it nice and even everywhere.
It almost has the consistency of like a marzipan or something.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, I'm really messing this one up.
Oh. If it has little cracks, it's okay, we can fix it. I have even a little crack here, so we just fix it up with a little.
Oh, there's more than a few little cracks. This very delicate dough.
It is, yeah, and it's very time-consuming actually to make those.
To make it correctly, I'm sure, to make
Yeah.
it look nice. These ones that you've made here are beautiful.
Yeah,
Mine's not going to be so pretty.
I'm sure it will be.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe then we just want to maybe on the side here.
Still fixing mine. That's okay.
So,
Perfect.
yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
Okay, we're getting a little bit light on time, so
Oh, okay. Then let me just. So this one we want to fill it all the way to the top.
okay.
And yeah, this should be good. And then you just top it up with this one. Like this one, we have to kind of press it in there. And then on top this one.
Okay.
And then we just have to close the sides really nicely.
Just by pressing down?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Is there a big finish here?
Yeah,
turn
it
it
is.
around
Yes.
and smash it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Now
love
we
it.
get to make some noise.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
So then we just press it.
Yeah.
Did you press it well?
Pressed it well.
So we have the imprint. Okay. And then maybe we use the towels.
Okay.
So what I do, I hit it once to this side, once that side, the top, and then it should come out.
One side?
Yeah.
One side. This is going to wreck the set. Okay.
And
then
it should
just-
fall out, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Oh,
Beautiful.
look at that. All
And then we
right.
just, there we have a little egg wash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And perfect.
Wash it with an egg, put it in...
Yeah, there's a little soy sauce in there.
Oh,
So to
okay.
give it the color a bit.
Oh, is that ever gorgeous? And then in the oven for...
For about 20 minutes, 175 Celsius.
Perfect.
And, yeah,
And
until
then
it's golden
done.
brown.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
Hans, thank you so much for that and bringing in all of your supplies, showing us how to make moon cakes on this Moon Festival Day. Brunch, of course, always available at the Pan Pacific.
Yeah, right, yeah. We do have as well, like today we're celebrating the Mooncake Festival, but then there's as well the Father's Day, Mother's Day is really big brunches, and Easter is really big and popular.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Good luck with that. Mooncakes. All right. Jay has sports when we come back, including the latest from the Ryder Cup and Rory McIlroy's trunk slamming game. Jay will explain what that means in a few minutes.
This was hit badly. A collection of minds with experience at Nickelodeon, Sesame Street, MIT, and Word World has come together to create an interactive kids' TV experience for the iPad. Its name comes from how kids interact with each episode, by literally drawing a square over it and getting right onto the fun. Other kids shows have made episodes before, but this would be a full platform. Multiple programs will eventually be provided to play with, and parents will be able to keep up with what their children are learning. The only show currently available on the app is Word World, and the content is aimed at children aged 3 to 6. But this is only the first of what's sure to be many, and it's easy to see adult channels learning from their success to change what they're offering. TV isn't dead, it's just getting reimagined. Kids nowadays are so connected to technology that it's normal to see toddlers handle iPads better than grown-ups. Case in point, ever heard of the book Good Night iPad? So how do parents cope with their tech-savvy tots? Well, Vancouver startup Story Panda and Kabuko have come up with a way of making traditional storytelling and creativity flow with their new line of interactive storybooks for the iPad. Story Panda and Kabuko have given the world of storytelling a new twist by making it interactive. Kids get a chance to actually create and direct their own stories and share them with their friends. Story Panda allows your kids to read stories and modify them later to their own liking. They can even create a story from scratch to hone in on their creative writing skills. For Kabuko, you and your kid can piece together a story on your iPad with your own characters, settings, and outcomes, and have it printed afterwards into an actual storybook. The developers of these apps have taken control of the advancement of technology and created a meaningful way to teach the next generation of storytellers.
All right, Jay's here now with sports.
Thank you very much, Lynn. I know I'm not the only golfer who does it. We have a weekend tee time at 9:15, and we show up on the first tee ready to play at 9:14. Today, Rory McIlroy did the exact same thing. He was trunk slamming at the Ryder Cup. Apparently, he was watching the Golf Channel. He got confused over the Central and Eastern time zones. They were showing Eastern. He thought it was Central. So he literally arrived with a police escort 10 minutes before his tee time. He was literally rushing to the tee. Didn't hit a single shot before getting onto the first tee. He rolled a few putts on the putting green, maybe half a dozen. This is his first swing of the day in front of tens of thousands of people at the Ryder Cup.
Looked pretty good.
Until you see where it lands.
Uh-oh.
Blame it on the Golf Channel. So what does he do? He puts his golf ball right in the Golf Channel cables, the television cables. Yeah, there it is.
That's hilarious.
His second shot, hey, come on. It's going to come up a little bit short. Well, actually, a lot short. It's the second swing of the day.
Jay, it looks pretty good to me.
He did make par, though, Lynn. Good start. Ian Poulter yesterday finished his round. He won his match by making 5 straight birdies to close out his day. This is his first hole of the day. Chipping for birdie. So call it 6 straight birdies for Ian Poulter. I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? As for Rory, yes, he got better as the round went along. 6th hole, he too, from just off the green. He too, making birdie. He's 1 up right now on Keegan Bradley through 14 holes. Paul Lowry going to work on Brandt Snedeker. Tough lie. How's this for getting up and down? Forget about up and down. How about up and in?
Wow.
Yes. He's 4 up through Snedeker through 12 holes. Webb Simpson. This, close your eyes if you're a golfer. It's the dreaded visit from Uncle Hank. He shanks it hard right.
I've hit that before.
Yes, so have I. And you know what? This is about the 10th time I've watched it, and I'm not going to even look at my golf clubs for a week.
Oh, no.
These things scare golfers. Gave up the hole to Ian Poulter. They are now all square through 15 holes. Luke Donald took out Bubba Watson. Beat Bubba 2-1, so that's the first full point for the Europeans on the day. Final match of the day, Tiger Woods for par. Misses it. He's all square right now through Francesco Molinari. The USA lead 3 matches. The Euros lead 3. The rest are all square. So we'll have all the highlights for you coming up on tonight's News Hour. BC Lions got roughed up in Regina for the 2nd time this season. Arlen Bruce was knocked out with a suspected concussion. Geroy Simon tweaked his other hamstring. The Lions also had their egos bruised in their losses. The Riders once again had their way with the BC Lions. This guy didn't make that much of a difference either. Solomon Elamimian.
We haven't seen too much of him.
No, and you know what? I don't know where they're going to fit him in because Adam Bighill took a starting job when Elamimian went down south to try out for the NFL. 2 quick scores by Westlin Dressler and Darian Durant. Old Weston had 8 catches for 155 yards in the first half. Arlen Bruce, this is where he gets knocked out of the game. Oh! I'll tell you, it takes courage to play any kind of pro sports, especially contact sport. But when you're a receiver and you're going across the middle, you know this is going to happen to you. Bruce looked like he was knocked out cold. Didn't play the rest of the game. We'll get an update hopefully tomorrow from the BC Lions. Travis Lulay under pressure, and Travis Lulay throwing a pass with his left hand. Shouldn't have even thrown that pass. It was 18-1 Riders at the half. There's Giroy injuring himself left of your screen right there in the middle. See him, he pulls up, grabs the back of his right knee. He too is out. Lions didn't score a touchdown until the fourth quarter. Lulay to Marco Iannuzzi. Iannuzzi had a couple of touchdown passes. The Riders answered back. Darian Durant, 46 yards, over the top to Greg Carr. It was 27-14, but as mentioned, the Lions did get that touchdown from Iannuzzi. They recover the onside kick. They have a chance to steal it. Doesn't happen. Lula gets picked off on third down. Riders win at 27-21. BC falls to 9-4. The Riders are 7-6. Vancouver Whitecaps continue to be silenced by the Seattle Sounders. 2 seasons in, and they've yet to win a game against Seattle. But they did come oh so close last night at BC Place. Final boot of the game by Camilo should have went in. He just hammered it wide as the Caps and Sounders played to a scoreless draw. It was an important point for the Vancouver Whitecaps, though. Good crowd, too. 20,000 on hand at BC Place. It was an important single point for the Whitecaps because Dallas ended up playing to a 3-3 draw against San Jose. That wasn't good to see for the Whitecaps. Darren Maddox goes down, injures his hamstring, was done. He brings speed, he brings skill, and he brings goals, and the Whitecaps desperately need that in their lineup right now. Matt Watson coming close. Defender just gets his foot on it and boots it over top the net. Caps outshot the Sounders 16-13. It's good to see him create all those chances. They just got to finish. How about YP Lee playing a little goalkeeper here? Huh? Westla? You're a soccer player. You got to impress that move there, huh? No hands for you and I, Lynn. No hands. The hands only works if you're Brad Knight, and that's a good save right there, actually. Very nice save. Cat-like reflexes. All right, here we go. We're in stoppage time. Great ball by Barry Robson into Camilo, and this has to be put away. I'll tell you, you're in stoppage time. You get that golden of an opportunity. You got to shine it up and make it polish as a winner. Oh! It ended 0-0. As mentioned, Whitecaps earned that point. They're now 2 points up on Dallas with 3 games left to play. Quickly show you the Rugby Championship. New Zealand, Argentina. It's the haka. Hiya!
Stop.
I'll tell you, that is just ferocious.
It's one of my favorite things ever in the sporting world.
It's great to watch.
Yeah.
It's a good tradition. It really is. All Blacks have now won 15 of the last 16 matches against Argentina, even though the Argentinians scored first. Oh, they're going to get all roughed up after this. Corey Jane went in for 3 tries. New Zealand thumps Argentina 54-15. Good ball control, isn't it?
Let that number 8 go.
There you go. So New Zealand clinches the Rugby Championship.
Very nice.
There you go.
All right. Really quickly, sunshine.
Enjoy the sun. Front moving in tomorrow, though, so enjoy today.
All right. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy your Sunday.